People, the 10 bells have gone. It's Tuesday tea time here on my left eye. Welcome to another Brews at 10. I'm your host Lefty. A very warm welcome to all of you this evening. Thank you for joining me on the live stream. Be much obliged if you crack off by hitting that thumbs up button. Thank you very much. And the truth is that we've got Morbius in the chat. See what I did there? Great to see you both. Good evening. Getting in nice and early. Hope you're doing well, and Andy Carter, very warm welcome to you too. I've been having a bit of banter today in the comments with regards to a new feature which I'll be reminding people about on the channel. So I hope you're all doing well, good children of tea revolution that you are. Yes, a good tea-based pun always accompanies the Brews at 10. And I've got another poll out on tonight's stream. Please do vote on the poll. Bit of feedback always appreciated from regular viewers. I do of course always want to increase the benefits of becoming a member, so I've been toying with the idea of an exclusive members only live stream, one per week. That is. I'm thinking possibly either a Tuesday or a Wednesday at the moment, I'm not sure. But this is completely public at the moment, this stream, by the way. So please make your votes in the poll. We'll be talking more about polls later. He smirks. Oh, Wesley. Good news, good news. I had a new video out earlier, speaking of perks of becoming a member on the channel. It was a member's first viewing for the poll that's just come out for Ilford North. West Streeting looks set to get obliterated, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, dear thems and comrades alike. Some good news for a change.
But shut up, Wesley!
Yes, it does give me an excuse to use the old clip there. I've still got some of the classics here on the broadcast software. I can't keep them all in there, it'd be too much to scroll through. And it'd probably have a stroke, because sometimes it forgets that the microphone's switched on, doesn't it? Anyway. It's great to see you all tonight. Thanks for all of your support on the channel. Whatever form that might be, comments on recent content, always appreciated, of course. As well as memberships. And it's just 99 pence to join. Great stuff. Currently edging towards that goal of 100. We would have got ever closer yesterday if it wasn't for the, I would say ever present, but the niggling membership technical problem with gifting memberships. Yeah, I don't have the Columbo meme, but just it seems to happen when we get into the 90s, when we'd be getting around the 90 mark for the 100. Throwing a bit of shade at the platform there. No, but genuinely do appreciate all of your support. You can give us a share around your social medias as well. We're currently on Blue Sky, Mastodon and Twitter. Always Twitter, never X. Say it with me, people. I can see there's not a lot of love for Wesley in the chats. Those sentiments in the video are shared. It'll be one of the small victories I'm hoping at the next general election. The way things are looking at the moment, please, I hope people do get some moments of enlightenment and think, you know, should we really be voting for Reform as an alternative? Which a lot of people seem to be doing, unfortunately. So yes, the current standings are 87% of the targets. Let's bring you good people up in the chats. In the chat box. Reveal yourselves, people. I'll try and keep an eye on that tonight. It's been a bit freezy. It's been a bit freezy here and there. It's the only thing that's not warming up, and I include the planet in that, and that gives me a nice segue to let you know what's coming up on the stream tonight. We'll be kicking off with a comedy clip as always, but I do have something a bit different from a friend of mine and friend of the channel, a core YouTuber. Long-term viewers might be familiar with them. I've showed a couple of clips before. This latest one surrounds current events, though I don't want to give too much away, but something a bit different. Then on to the tariffs. Donald Trump's probably the only person in the world who says tea more than me, the T word. 104% on certain goods levied on China. Won't do a full impression. There's something coming up that will satisfy that hunger if you do like a good impression of Trump. So yeah, a little bit about this is changing daily, you know. I'm not able to keep up with the news throughout all of the day for certain reasons, which I won't go into. But over the course of the last week, it's very much been, you know, stock market go way down, stock market go up again a bit. Trump makes a statement, stock market go down again. Tariffs this way, reciprocal tariffs the other way, back and forth, back and forth. So yeah, just keeping up with the latest on that. It's batshit crazy. It's only a global recession, people, nothing to startle yourselves about at the moment. 104% tariffs on China. I mean, as if China are like big exporters and things like this, so, you know. Well, no. Oh, someone's just handed me some good statistics here, thanks. Oh dear, goodness me. Biggest in the book, number one. Oh, this isn't good. Oh, these are the latest statistics, Phil. Thank you. My assistant Phil, he's on mute. Yeah, it doesn't look great. I will of course urge you to watch that latest video about Trump's standings in the projection, but I will go a little bit into that as well on the stream. Let me see, what else do we have? Bookmarks. Oh, yes. A bit about that as well. Bit of internal fighting between Elon Musk and Donald Trump's staff. So there might still be a bit more of that before Musk steps down. He's called him a moron for comments that they've made. Anyway, a bit about that. Odin, thanks for joining us in the chat. Well, you know, you may as well get up in the morning and flip a coin about what Trump's going to do, what he's going to say. I'm sure he loves the fact at the moment that, you know, the big markets, you know, your Nasdaq, your Dow Joneses, that sort of thing, rest upon his very word. I'm sure that he absolutely absorbs that attention. Because look what happened the other day at the mere suggestion that there'd be a 90-day pause. Market started to recover. And then the guy who said that he was going to get markets to recover turned around and said that those rumours were fake news, and down they fell again. And so they could go on for several days, Odin. Or into a few weeks. If that does happen, I dare say it will be some description of fun for the shareholder class. Again, will this seep through into the banking sector? I mean, what are we going to see? Huge parts of banking depend on investments. Investments depend on international trade. In a lot of sectors, it's a ladder, it's a chain, it's dominoes. But are they going to fall? How many? How far? Remains to be seen. But they will fall. That much is certain. In the hands of a madman, an absolute madman, people. And as I've been flapping away, neglected to adjust the logo. Apologies. Sorry, Cub. Now you're in the frame. That's not a live clock for anybody. Don't adjust your other apparatus. It's stuck at 10. The Brews at 10 Cub. Andy, I would say nearer to certain the chances of a recession. Locally, globally. Keith thinks he's doing the sensible thing and not rushing into any kind of reaction. We'll get into that as well as we dive into articles, clips and whatnot. Speaking of clips, let's start off with a laugh. I hope you'll enjoy this if you do like parodies, as we do on the Brews at 10. But this is hilarious, so I hope you'll enjoy this content from my friend and friend of the channel, Climate Lens. And Climate Lens is a channel made for environmentalists by an environmentalist. Simply put, and yeah, good friend of mine. I've never seen him do an impersonation of Trump full on, to be honest, people, and I was thoroughly impressed, so I hope you'll enjoy this as well.
Tonight we have a very special guest, someone who has long been an adversary to the climate movement, and someone who we once thought could be the most dangerous man on the planet. He has recently had an awakening that will see him join the climate movement, not fight against it. Tonight, with a very important announcement, in an incredible twist, we find ourselves in the company of the President of the United States of America. You're watching a Zoom call. Please welcome President Donald Trump.
Thank you, Paul. You're doing a great job. We love you over here. We really do. I'd love to do your job. I'd probably do it better, but I'm very busy, so that's okay. That's okay. It's really great to see all you people on the call, on this Zoom call. All the people across the world, even in China. I love China, by the way. I love China. So I wanted to talk tonight about a couple of guys, a couple of great guys. They're really great at what they do. The first guy is a climate scientist. His name is James Hansen. I call him Jim. He likes Jim. I prefer Jim. It's my middle name, by the way, Donald Jim Trump. Did you know that? Did you know that? In 1988, Jim said the greenhouse effect has been detected. He showed that human activity is now causing current global warming. Some say that's not true. Some say it's a hoax, but not me. I don't say that. I did say that. I really did, but I don't believe it's a hoax anymore. I guess that makes me woke. But what did we do? What did we do when we heard this? Did we listen? Did you listen? Were you listening? Did you listen? Were you listening? Could you listen? Were you listening? Did you listen? Are you listening? Were you listening? Did you listen? Were you listening? Did you listen? Were you listening? Did you listen? Because if you don't listen now, you're ignoring the greatest threat humanity has ever faced. And I know that now, way worse than Biden, I can tell you. He was bad, though, wasn't he? He was probably the worst ever president ever. Fossil fuels, we all know this story. In this story, big oil companies win, they win big. They win so big, and we lose. We're the losers. Think of it. We're losing big. We're going to lose the ice. It's all going to go, in fact. We're going to lose the Amazon. Don't worry, Jeff. It's not Amazon, the consumerist, extractive, destructive, tax-dodging, billionaire-owned global carbon emitter. It's the Amazon, sometimes termed the lungs of the planet. So full of life, so much life. We're going to lose our stable, predictable weather. We're going to lose crops and the ability to feed ourselves. We're going to be starving, let me tell you, we're going to be starving. We're going to be fighting to survive. We're going to lose law and order. Fuck the police. There's going to be fighting in the streets. Billions of people will die. Some say 4 billion by 2050. That's a lot of people, you know. In fact, that's half of all the people gone. For those who follow the science, and Paul's going to pop the links down below. There's no way we can achieve 1.5 degrees anymore. Did you know this? They say it's highly unlikely we're going to stop the global average temperature passing 2 degrees, which means we're going to trigger tipping points and start feedback loops, beginning irreversible runaway climate change that we can't stop. We're going to lose so big. We're going to lose so big. But I don't want to lose. I'm not a loser. The second great guy, I've known this guy all my life, in fact, is me. I've been on a journey, by the way. I've been on a journey, a scary journey, a journey that led me to the truth, to the cold hard facts, and to the hard truth. And it is hard. It's so hard to hear what our world is facing right now. And I'm so grateful to all you guys on the call, giving up your liberty and your freedoms, fighting to protect the future. Being sent to prison for standing up for this beautiful planet is disgusting. Should never have happened. Never happened. You're all heroes, quite frankly. You really are. You're probably wondering how we win. Well, maybe I can help with that, by the way. I'm so great. I'm probably the best environmentalist and greatest planet protector there's ever been. I really am. I'm gonna love this. You're gonna love this. It's gonna be so beautiful, actually. It's gonna be so beautiful. I'm gonna meet with the climate and we're gonna have a deal. We're going to have a deal that's so good. It's going to be the best deal. It's going to be a great deal, you know, a tremendous deal. I'm going to meet with nature and nature's mom, Mother Nature, and we're going to have a deal too. Think of it. We're going to end climate change and biodiversity loss. and we're gonna make the world great again. You won't even believe it. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Starting today, I'm launching the Trump for Climate Initiative. Bye-bye, drill, baby, drill. And hello, blow, baby, blow. It'll be like nothing that has ever been seen before. It's an incredible thing. It really is. It's an incredible thing.
Sir, Elon's on the phone. He wants to know if he can have a snack before bed.
I'm in a meeting, can't you see? I'm in a meeting. I mean, what have we got any fruit left? Maybe give him a banana if he's still hungry. He'll need to brush his teeth again, don't forget. And don't interrupt my meeting again. This wonderful meeting. This is probably one of the best meetings I've ever had. This amazing, very good, incredible meeting. This super Zoom meeting. I love Zoom, by the way. I love this meeting. I love to Zoom. Who likes to Zoom? I like to Zoom. I love to Zoom. Who likes to Zoom?
Give it up for Donald Trump. Woo! Yeah. Doing that. Woo!
That's Climate Lens there. I've put the link to the full video in the description. That was an excerpt, mostly the impression. Do check out the other content as well, the other Climate Lens content. They do, as of course we do, here on My Left Eye, often take on the climate crisis as a topic as well. And sometimes with a bit of humour in there, you know. As we decline, we do so with a smile. But great stuff, great stuff. Check out the link. Okay, let's bring back the funk, as it were. I noticed your comments in the chat as we were watching that video also, yeah, around China. That story. That Chinese troops have apparently been captured in Ukraine. This is a claim put forward by Vladimir Zelensky. The game could be afoot more. I do remember that quote as well that he put out there. Ready for a trade war and any other type of war. Any other type of war. Well, it's not going to be a thumb war. Let's put it that way. It could be a thumb on red button war. Yeah, but not a thumb to thumb war. Not hand to hand. Mano y mano. No. Oh, you clicked the wrong answer on the poll, Nina Sadie. Okay. Is there any way to resolve that? I don't know. I don't think there is. Well, I can tell you at the moment, don't worry too much because it's a little one-sided. If it comes to a close vote, we'll have to take one away from the one that you answered incorrectly and give it to the one that you wanted to do. Well, that would mean you'd have to communicate to me some way what your choice was, otherwise it wouldn't be an anonymous ballot. Unless you want to tell us which one you voted for anyway. So don't worry about it. Just back to the China, the old China element to this thing. I'm reminded of history, de-escalations particularly, and it's not, there's no big countdown like there is at New Year's or when it was the millennium, or It's like, oh, tomorrow, yep, it's war day, it's go day, and then everyone starts. There's always something that happens. There's always a trigger. There's always a catalyst, and then after that point, alliances and superpowers and whatnot pit against each other, and there you are. So in this case, you know, when it comes to countries getting involved, could this spy, if it is actually legitimate, could that be the equivalent of the Franz Ferdinand, or the sinking of the Bismarck, or, you know, we'll see. I hope you're doing well as well, Nina Sadie. Okay, yeah. Well, you can see the results, the current results after you've voted in the polls. So those of you that have voted will see it's a little one-sided at the moment. Thanks for your feedback. You know, it's not a contest or anything, just some great to get some genuine feedback. Is there a tea pun somewhere when talking about China? There's one in there. There's got to be one in there. But also that prompts me to remind you about a new feature on the channel. Speaking of feedback, I'd love to get your feedback on this one. And I'll tell you why, for those of you who haven't seen it already. It's a new feature on the channel.
Do you like a hot tasty beverage with your music? Then my left eye has got a treat for your ears. The Brews at 10, the album, all your favourite beverage-based hits from the 1960s to now, all in one place. Volume 1 is now available, featuring
Love Me Brew, The Beatles, Virtual Insanity, Jamiroquai, Knowing Tea, Knowing You, ABBA, Tears Don't Fall, Brew It for My Valentine, and The Power of Love by Brewy Lewis and the Brews. Order now.
Oh god. I'm not laughing at myself, I'm laughing at the fucking Howard Stern. So, yes people, I'd love your contributions. You saw a few selections from Volume 1. I'd like to know what you'd like to see appearing in the next volume, Volume 2. I've already had some suggestions. I can whittle it down to 5 per volume, or I won't have space on the screen or the ad. But yeah, I've got some solid contenders so far, and there's going to be a new volume out every week, every Monday. I'm also considering taking this full public. Could release that clip as a video as well. Don't know who the algorithm would push it out to though, you know, who's watching YouTube videos about tea. There will be people. In fact, you are right now. There's 11 of you right now watching a YouTube video about tea. And there's nothing wrong with that, of course. It's much appreciated. Let's get into some articles, people. Let's see the latest. he is, the orange one. Looking particularly orange today. Do the staff have to call him your orangeness in the White House? Well, these words, in particular, this came out just a few minutes ago, people. China has vowed to fight to the end. The end of what? Is this the beginning of the end of the beginning of the end? End of the cigars? Of the beaches? To the end? Never before have so many ends owed so many fights to so few beaches. Is this what we're talking about? Winston Churchill had a stroke there. Sorry about that. I wasn't doing the voice. Hot for Teacher by Van Halen. You're a fan of Van Halen? Okay. You just... And no cheating, no... Don't be, you know, chat GPT in this stuff. Okay, I do have a notepad handy. I can write a few of these down now. But I will go through the stream and the chat, of course. Super Tiny, thanks for joining us in the chat. You'd like to live in an orangery? As long as Trump wasn't there, amongst his kin. Back on point though, yes, more. Fight to the end does sound ominous. James Cook is joined by Ian Williams. We'll get into the serious stuff now, people. This is a channel about politics and society from a left-wing point of view, by the way. For those of you just joining us. I was also going to put a third option on the poll, by the way, people, but there wasn't enough room. And it was, no, what is this channel? I joined because of an ocular problem, and all I'm hearing are puns about tea. But you couldn't fit it in the options. So if you have joined us, this is not a live stream opticians or tea dispenser. It's serious stuff, serious politics. Okay. So James Cook was joined by Ian Williams, and he's the author of Fire of the Dragon, China's new, you know, the timidly not suggestive title, Fire of the Dragon, China's New Cold War. And Sophia Gaston, who's a fellow at King's College London. So they'll be talking about that on BBC Sounds if you want to check it out. BBC Sounds isn't going to be around for long. Internationally, is it? That's going to be going. Did hear about that. Oh, good news. I hope they mean forever. Trump finishes speaking. This is excellent. Excellent news, people. He's finished. Oh, God, we won't be subjected to it any further. Oh, it just means... Oh, right, yeah, sorry. Thanks, Phil. Yeah, apparently that just means the speech today. Sorry to get your hopes up. Damn, I thought he'd retired his mouth, finally. More executive orders have come in. Let's take a look. There's the obvious 104% tariff, which he claims are going to bring in $2 billion a day for the United States. Sorry, I won't play the clip. They tend to buffer quite a lot. You can't adjust the quality on this particular page, so they do buffer, unfortunately. Why is he saying $2 billion a day? Well, it's a rhetorical question. He's just made it up. It's either false or it's an arbitrary figure that he thought sounded good in a spontaneous moment of what he believed was self-indulgence and gloating, but it's actually an embarrassing danger to the entire world, you know, just that thing. Said the WW3 thing yet? Did someone say WW3? Doc Davies, great to see you. Just wondering the significance of your comment there. 18,575.13%. Is that how much you're agreeing with something that was said in the chat? He says they've been somewhat explosive, which is the same as his mouth and his arse, but he maintains that they were vital for his vision of the United States. Trump says money is pouring in from the tariffs. Have you seen the clips on social media? As he is speaking, the markets are going down and down and down and down and down. It's like that scene towards the end of The Big Short. I don't know if you know that film. And who is it that's speaking on stage? It's... I'm trying to think who he's representing. But as the markets... It'll come to me. As the market's crashing, it's Alan Greenspan. It was Alan Greenspan, big stock market trader guy. As the market's crashing, he's encouraging people that it's a good investment. Still saying that it's a good investment. We're going to get rich. It goes down, and it's red. It stays red. Big tech is down. Tesla taking another hit. Yes, they are. Another 5.45%. Bang, boom, take that. This channel, I have to be very clear, doesn't offer official financial advice, but it might have been yours truly that's been saying since the channel's inception, to be honest. You should probably short sell everything that Elon Musk touches if you're into that kind of thing. But I don't like to bet on people losing their jobs, to be honest. But there are some open goals there. Amazon shares are down 2.88% at closing. Nvidia, yeah, 2%. Down, down, down. S&P 500 down over 1.5%. Dow Jones down almost 1%. Nasdaq down over 2%. It's like a scene from a movie. Well, like the ones I just mentioned. There were traders that unsubscribed, left my trading group, they quit and gave up on their trading. It's just literally had enough. Tesla's at $221 a share. Don't say we didn't tell you so. I'll just brush through these 6 points and then I'll move on, speaking of Tesla specifically. That gives us a nice bridge, a segue onto the next story. So apart from the tariffs on China, they're going to affect 60 countries and territories. Global leaders are still denouncing the tariffs. Antonio Guterres says nobody wins in a trade war. Emmanuel Macron urges Trump to reverse his decision. Almost 70 countries have approached the United States to begin negotiations. Trump's advisor, Kev Hassett, says the discussions are positive and that there are, blah blah blah. He says the opposite of the truth. Same with the We're Getting Rich, as the stock markets go down live on the news broadcast. United stocks have rallied and the big European markets were in the green, but that does not mean the worst is over, analysts warn. The founder of a small US-based company whose products are manufactured in China called the Tariffs unsustainable and says she's devastated as the prices rise she faces from the tariffs. That's the main chunk of the latest. I don't like to go through what the spokes say too much. Because it's all goddamn nuts. Okay. How's the chat flowing now on the screen? Yeah, Amazon's down. We're down everything now. I mean, if the indexes are down, they contain, like the top 100 companies, the top 500 companies, the FTSE 500. So what's this internal gripe all about? Let's see what's happening there, people. Just one moment. Let's get this queued up. Thanks for the patience there, people. Handbags at 20 paces, people. Musk labels Trump advisor moron over Tesla comments. Let's see what's happening. Net curtains are twitching. They're having a row. They're having a row. Have they had a row? I think they've had a row. Yeah, they've had a row. So this all stems back to, do you remember someone, they may or may not be on your screen at this present time, someone wrote an anonymous letter from Tesla, a company which the man on your screen may or may not own, from Tesla to Trump. Do you remember saying, what are you doing with these tariffs? China is a big market, and if they hit back with retaliatory tariffs, then we're going to be even more fucked. He's trying to be the biggest electric car manufacturer in China, who actually make much better quality and cheaper vehicles, so I'm told. So this really doesn't help, get the small violins out, people. This article is sponsored by Big Tissues and Small Violins. Not really, that's a joke. There's no product placement here on my left eye. There are free plugs to other socialist content providers, that is, of course. And they also come ad-free if you're watching live, apart from one at the start. So that's just one of the benefits of joining us live. Anyway, so Pete Navarro, who's the trade advisor to Trump, made some comments about Tesla, and Elon Musk has called him a moron. you know, not that he's very thin-skinned as well, of course. Check out my video from yesterday if you want to see more about that. And his reaction to parody accounts on Twitter. But speaking of Twitter, he's taken to it himself and said that he's dumber than a sack of bricks. We asked a sack of bricks for comment here on My Left Eye, but they weren't available at the time. The spat was the most public sign of disagreement yet between Trump's trade team and Musk, the world's richest man who heads the department, Doge, which is, or douche is it, which is asking for slashing the size and spending of the federal government. Andy Carter throwing up the small violins there. Poor fella. Losing hundreds of billions of dollars. He's only got hundreds of billions of dollars left. Alright. So it's a response to comments on Tuesday. Musk posted a link to a 2023 article by car valuation firm Kelley Blue Book, which cited Cars.com's findings that Tesla vehicles had the most parts produced in the United States. And it says, by any definition whatsoever, Tesla is the most vertically integrated auto manufacturer in America with the highest percentage of US content. And then they do the old, they slap it and say, and this baby, but if it's a Cybertruck it just completely falls apart instantly and or explodes. These panels are bulletproof. Just goes. So it's, you can picture it's almost like the headmaster's office or principal in America, and the, you know, two people arguing their different side of a story after they've both been pulled into the office. No, but sir, he started it and da da da. So that's Musk and Navarro at the moment. There he is. He's the trade advisor on manufacturing and growth. Growth advisor. What sort of job is that? He just literally phones him periodically, daily, a few times a day perhaps. Mr. Trump, we had an idea. We want to see more of the growth. Just increase the growth. Turn it up. Hit that growth. What does that even mean? So we might need some popcorn for that one as well as small violins. Who's going to back down first or get sacked first? Well, Musk is going to be stepping down, as we know. Looks like he's about to catch a basketball. He's throwing a Dragon Ball Z attack. That's Dragon Ball Z, not Dragon Ball Z. It is. I don't want to start an argument about that. But who are you referring to there? Navarro? Alright, what else we got, people? Yeah, some domestic matters in just a moment. In the meantime, make sure you've hit all the relevant buttons, people. If you've got any more suggestions, of course, for the Brews at 10, the album, tea-based songs or artists, make sure that you've posted those in the comments as well, and I'll be back with you in just a moment. Alright people, so yeah, back to sorry.
Do you like a hot tasty...
Apologies there. Happened while I was scrolling. Anyway, domestic matters, yeah. Things aren't looking good for Wes here. Wesley. So Wes...
But shut up, Wesley!
Streeting. Getting obliterated in a poll. I've got a bookmark for stats for lefties, which is where I got the poll from. And it's yeah, something to look forward to, isn't it? Bye bye, Wesley. And thanks for your comments as well. I can see some people in the chat who've already commented on the video that came out earlier. Check it out if you've not done so yet. Also a tussle in East Ham, or Eastham. Debate as you will about the pronunciation. I pronounce it East Ham in the video just to make it just easier. And plenty of other seats as well. Jess Phillips, Birmingham Yardley. The rubbish continues to pile up. She's been quiet as a mouse. A dead mouse. A dead mouse on the moon. And not heard a peep from her. Well, nothing's crossed my desk anyway. And she was already just clinging on by the skin of her teeth. As was Wesley. It was just 500 votes away from being voted out at the election, and now it looks like, oh yes, a landslide. Over to the poll. Anyone who's not seen it yet, just very quick reference. Got the original tweet queued up, not post on X. Always Twitter, never X. The photos tend not to agree well with the broadcast software. So obviously the seat's Ilford North, and the projection is by JL Partners during April of this year, of course. So independent Liam Mohammed get 41% of the vote, equaling the Tories and Labour, actually beating the Tories and Labour combined. Incredible stuff. Labour the only party taking a loss there. Referendum, and the Greens looking set to salvage 2% from Labour's losses, but clearly the biggest recipient was Leanne Mohammed. She was very outspoken about Gaza during a general election campaign, as you remember, last July. Very socialist, very progressive. So this is good to see. I want to see more of this. This is not Labour, this is not Tory, and it's not people running to referendum. More of this, please. The only ones treading water in this situation are the Liberal Democrats, who remain on 2%. So let's have a look at some of the comments. I just throw some encouragement for Leanne in there myself. Will they parachute him into a new seat? He has no shame, and no doubt will push for it, says Free Palestine. Simon D555. That just reminds me of something I was thinking about earlier, actually. He'll be joining the likes of Jonathan Ashworth, perhaps. You know, he'll still be getting, perhaps, time on air on the news rounds, even though he's not an MP. He'll still be treated as such by the press, and just still be looking to get on in front of any camera that he can. Someone throwing a bit of shade there because he's trying to act as though he supports the British parliamentarians who were deported from Israel that we talked about recently on the channel. Yeah, not buying that disingenuous statement for one moment. Not for a fleeting moment, Wes. Fantastic news, say a few people. Deliciously ironic. That's a list of stats that I'm not going to go into at this point. Oh, here's right. Okay, so they've got a. Is this a right-wing troll here? Let's bite. Let's see what's going on here, people. You Labourites really are fucking stupid. The Turkey's importing the halal butchers in time for Eid. Okay, goats. ... Emoji of a goat. Let's try and make as much sense of how that's relevant to the topic in hand as we can. Wes Streeting is not Minister for Agriculture or Farming or anything like that, is there? But anyway, what the fuck? Who is this guy? Who is this? Just out of curiosity. I'm not going on the page, let's just do a hover. Sir, S-U-R. 2,251 followers. Bought themselves a blue tick. Oh, here's a flag. Here's a flag. We've got flags here. Leanne Mohammed, so another low IQ white moron who has submitted to Islam. Lol, waste of oxygen. Surprised there weren't further laughter emojis there. Oh god, where do they find these people? Nick the Greek, 1979. Oh, but just right underneath as well, we've got 3 laughters and a clown. They just jump in and completely go off topic. Yeah, so there's a few trolls in here as well, but mostly support for this news. What a toxic, racist, Islamist dump Ilford North must be. Well, try going there and you realise that you're actually full of shit. They've got a pride flag. Okay, so clearly say something racist, but you got your pride flag without a hint of irony. What's that one? 11.5k followers. Well, fuck me. Alright. If you do want to see more about that, please do check out the video. Looking forward to that in 4 years. Let's see what you're saying in the chat, people. Oh, there was a lot of debate in the comments as well about describing Streeton as a leftist, which obviously he isn't. Just to say categorically, we don't need to go over why. That is evident enough. Good point, Nina Sadie. He can do a lot of damage in 4 years, and I'm certain that he will. If things look bad for him, as they certainly do at the moment, if that stays the same or gets even worse, I really hope it gets even worse for Streeting, then he'll be trying to line his pockets as quickly as he can before he's booted out of office. He will sign all sorts of things off that he's lobbied to sign off, and I'm sure that Starmer's not going to put any stop to his plans either. They're going over they're going for the most vulnerable people first. That's all that we've seen. That's all that we have seen so far. Pensioners, low earners, the unemployed, disabled. Chuck in a few kids' free meals and hope that people don't notice. That's the Labour Party under Keir Starmer. Lino. L-I-N-O, Labour. Yeah, a lot of them do end up with pretty lucrative contracts even when they booted out of office. You know, we've seen Jonathan Goulis complaining that he can't find work. He was looking for work as a teacher, was he? Something like that. I don't know if that had happened to Wesley. Find himself the director of some sort of telecoms company. Seat on the House of Lords, golden handshakes, all that sort of business. You know what I'm talking about, people. Not mention the meetings in underground car parks that feature trench coats, exchanges of briefcases at night. And Andy Carter, thanks for the attempt. Thanks for the attempt. I do say, at the moment it looks like that's not gone through, but Solidari-Tea, anyways. That's beginning to get, beginning to get on my tits a little bit, if I'm being perfectly honest. You attempted to gift a membership yesterday as well. I remember the same thing happened. That happened to a couple of people. And you're such a good shot normally as well. Do you remember the Davinia Bullseye? Want to see your darting skills. So just to remind you, the latest update on that malfunction, they simply say that the individual person who wants to gift a membership should get in touch with the Google support team. Yeah, a bit of a cop-out. Nina Sadie, fingers crossed. Morbius, fingers crossed. You see, if I'm using this in evidence, this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. So yeah, YouTube techs. This is it. Look, it's 2 in a row there. Thanks nonetheless, Nina Sadie Morbius. Do appreciate the attempts at Solidari-Tea. Do though. It's happening. Yeah, we don't want Andy Carter to lose accuracy without practice. But look, it's right here.
Oh, what a giveaway. Did you hear that? Did you hear that, eh? That's what I'm on about.
It's right there. Nice try, yeah, thanks. Nonetheless, I wish to speak to the highest authority in the strongest possible terms about the matter. I do have somewhat of a reputation for non-violent direct action. Well, I'm doing the best I can. I'm doing the best that I can at my end, people. There's a couple of other matters I'm trying to bring to their attention as well, but this one I've brought up at least 3 times now, and I've had the same response. Just 1 second, people. Right back. And we're back. So what else are we saying in the chat, people? Yeah, Odin, good point there. Brought that up on yesterday's live stream, and I think Sunday as well. But the dollar no longer being the backup currency for the world, that's going to be big news. So that fantasy, that fiction is gone, you know. America's, this is what they said, America's debt will never outstretch its GDP, but it's currently at 120% of GDP. Oh, Andy, thank you for the super chat there, in lieu of gifted membership. Maybe there's an embargo. I wasn't watching the announcement live. I was busy creating content for you good people, and responding to a few comments, and putting the stuff out on social media as well. But he might have mentioned my left eye as there being a 100% tariff. I guess I do export to America. Technically, we do have viewers from the States, don't we? Oh no, it's all starting to make sense now. And there's a guy sat in the corner of the room. I don't know who he is. I thought he was a friend of Phil's. But what's that badge say? KGB? What does that stand for? Keith Schoon Brigade. KGB. Well, he's sat there anyway. He's got some sort of receiver. Satellite receiver. I'm not sure what all that's about. Thanks again, Andy. Just showing a bit of appreciation for that. Let's give it a thumbs up as well. Give Andy a clap, people. Please do show that some appreciation. Just hit a few buttons there myself, if I may do so. Is it a general thing against leftists? I'd love to know if you've seen this happen on any other streams. I'd love to find out if it's happened to any other channels that discuss similar topics as well. Yeah. And again, it just seems to be when we're getting towards the high 80s and the 90s of the target of 100. The way it works is it's supposed to just randomly select a subscriber who accepts gifted memberships. And for a channel that I'm very pleased to say has over 3,300 subscribers, you'd like to think that 100 or more do accept gifted memberships. It can't be that we've reached the capacity of subscribers that don't accept gifted memberships. Notification there. You've only ever seen it here. Well, yeah, exclusive technical problems, you know. Lots of exclusives here on My Left Eye. Exclusive technical problems. It had to be me, didn't it? You know, what are the odds? What are the odds? Perhaps some of the big fish are feeling threatened. It's that beast fella. It's the beastie. The Mr. Beast. I bet he's at it. No, that wasn't a joke. You know, not going to start a back and forth. So, curiouser and curiouser. So that explains that slight technical difficulty. Apologies for that, people.
As you can see, we're experiencing a minor technical difficulty here on My Left Eye. Our team of expertly trained technicians are working busily to restore the stream. In the meantime, please make sure that you've hit the thumbs up button harder than you'd like to hit Keir Starmer in the Ghoulies, and left a comment down below. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much for all of your comments as well. So I do have another clip from a comedian. I'd say from a comedian, not a comedy clip. This is someone who featured a few times on the channel as well, Irish comedian Tariff Hickey. Again, I've got this bookmarked as a tweet, but he's not here to do those great sketches and stuff that he normally does. It's something serious that he's involved with about protest. So I'll play this first, and then obviously the subject of protest and social justice comes up a lot on the channel. I'm aware as well that we do have viewers in and around London, so check this out from Tariff Hickey. This is an organisation I'm not involved with myself, but you might want to go and check it out there, and check out more of his content as well, by the way. Let's just dart over to the screen. Okay. All right, Tariff Hickey.
Global Day of Civil Disobedience. Let's crash the system for Gaza. Don't go to work. Don't buy anything. The only language that the powers that be understand is the language of cash. So speak to them clearly and directly and hit them where it hurts. Also, in your city or town, Why not take the lead in organising acts of civil disobedience? Here in Ireland, we'll be doing our bit with a day of Descend on Dublin actions. Why don't you descend on your capital city and your towns or your centres of power? Please send this video to anyone you can think of, celebrities and influencers especially. Get them to make their own videos. Don't worry about pestering people. We are in the latter stages of a genocide. We don't have any more time to waste. Whatever stage of activism you are in right now, just take one step more. That's all we're asking. Divided we fall, united we stand. Free Palestine. April 22nd, Global Day of Civil Disobedience. Let's crash the system for Gaza.
Okay, so there have been similar campaigns calling for people to boycott spending any money on a particular day, surrounding people preferring to use cash and worried that cash is going to, as a currency, be eradicated from existence and so on and so forth. So this time, the idea is that, well, essentially, that was calling for a general strike. If you want to get technical, if nobody goes into work, that is a general strike. I can't think of any better description. I know one or two things about sociology. But a boycott and a strike in tandem, in solidarity with Gaza. So I wasn't aware that that was coming up, but just speaking also of protests and whatnot. Check out his Twitter page and YouTube, by the way, before I just get onto this. Just about protests and stuff, yeah, we do have that members only series out at the moment, if you want to know more about my recent escapades in activism. But also that reminds me, a few days later I'm going to be down there in London myself, hopefully bringing you good people some quality content, as it's JSO's last hurrah. And you're all welcome to join us there. We're going to have a party afterwards. I believe there's going to be a march and stuff, so yeah, check out the website if you want to find out more about what's happening. You might even see me there with a camera or megaphone. Who knows? So yeah, something a bit different there. Now before I start to bring the stream to a close, I'm going to go searching for a redirect for a raid in just a moment. But thanks again to all of the members on the channel. Just take the chat off. Thanks for your attempts. You are good people, you are good, kind people. However, there is something in the system. And people are going to rise like the water, people. Going to turn this system round. If I can quote a great protest song there. We've got Kev and No Justice. I believe we went into No Justice last time around. But let me know what you think, people. Speaking of your thoughts, I'll be revealing the result of the poll, which I'm pretty sure is still pretty one-sided, before we leave as well. Thanks for your feedback. You can join this list of people for just 99 pence, people. Lots of perks for you to enjoy. Static emojis, exclusive content, some of which I just mentioned, early viewings. Also, was one of the perks available to members today. So I've not selected yet between No Justice and Kevin Logan. Alec Gunter is also live. Got Alec Gunter here. I'll just leave it a few moments. Put a feeler out there about where we could raid into. I'll say my final goodbyes. Yeah, thanks for joining me. Tuesday tea time here on the Brews at 10. On my left eye. Hit the buttons, people. So wherever we go, the choices again: No Justice, Kevin Logan and Alec Gunter. Let me know. Yes, Andy, do put in a strong complaint there. Thank you very much. Thanks for your comments, your continued support on the channel, helping to spread us around, and your suggestions, of course. More to come. Volume 2 of Brews at 10, the album. Okay, if there aren't going to be any Okay, we can go for No Justice. I know you're slightly biased there, Andy, with you being a moderator there. Doc Davies, great to see you. We've got a doctor in the house just as we're leaving, but if you just joined the live stream, please do catch up on a replay. We're about to raid in somewhere. I'm hovering over No Justice. Okay, final selection. That's going once. That's going twice. Okay. That's locked in. But you can always edit that afterwards, but it's locked in. Sorry, that almost sounded like a Trump quote. That's locked in forever. I mean, you can change it any time you like, but it is locked in. No, that's what I call brew sick. Oh, very good, Andy. Quality punning as always. And as always, it's been a pleasure, people. I'll leave it there. Take care. My left, I'll be seeing you soon. Join me at Helena's No Justice channel. We'll be going there right after the outro music, so see you next time. Take care. Poll, yes, I know I forgot the poll. I'm back for just a brief moment. Yes, no, keep them public. Okay, thanks for your feedback. That's what will happen. Gonna bin off the idea of a members only live stream. Join me at No Justice, and I'll see you next time here on My Left Eye. Brews at 10. Good night.